Wow, well, this is episode 500 of Value in My Toy Collection. I can't believe we've gotten that many done, but this might be our last episode. I'm going to see if I can get all these last little things covered in this video, but it might be too many. I might have to make one or two more. We'll just have to see. And at the end of the video, I'll tell you how much everything's worth and what our grand total is so far. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. Then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Let's jump right in and start valuing these toys. First, we have this set of African American gnomes, and they're from Valentine's Day, and they're worth about $10 for the set. I like to get the African American ones because they're not as common as the regular ones. All right, next up we have a Peanuts Valentine bouquet of plush worth about $35. A Minecraft Valentine's bouquet of plush also worth about $35. And then we have a smaller bouquet of Star Wars plush, and they're worth about $25. And then we have a Nightmare Before Christmas bouquet of plush, and it's worth about $35. Now, when I went to the checkout counter, I put them all in this bluey box, and the box is worth about $10. I always try to get the boxes if I can. Next, I got the Barbie campfire set from the movie. It took almost 2 years as a pre-order for this to come in. I think I paid a little over $100 for it, and right now it's going for $315 as the lowest price on eBay, so I hope it keeps its value. Next, we have a Beavis and Butthead bouquet of plush here. It's also worth about $25. And then we have the South Park huge bouquet of plush, and this is worth $35. These are super cute. I'm glad I picked those up. I got a bunch of them on sale after Valentine's Day. Next, we have the Cornflake Sweetheart of the Corn doll from the 1970s, and she's worth about $15. I'm not a Trump supporter at all, but I did get this Donald Trump dog toy, and it's worth about $20. I thought it was hilarious how they did his makeup. Next, I got a Gremlins Hot Wheel. This is worth about $20. And then we have a set of Bob's Burger socks. Got those at Dollar Tree for $1.50, and they're worth about $6. I love Bob's Burger. That's my favorite show. All right, we have a Cat in the Hat pin. It's worth about $5, and I picked this up after Valentine's Day and ate all the chocolate out of it, but it's a Hot Wheels metal Valentine box worth about $6. I got this adorable American Greetings chocolate covered strawberry after Valentine's Day. It's worth about $5, and a little boba tea Valentine's plush worth about $4. Got an Alice in Wonderland lip balm shaped like a mushroom worth about $7, and these little makeup containers are worth about $1 each. Next up, I have a Fitzgerald Casino Leprechaun keychain. It's worth about $6, and I wasn't going to keep this. I was going to sell it, but it's too cute not to keep. It's a vintage cheese dish worth about $20. And then we have a little Paw Patrol book that's worth about $3. Now, I went to the thrift store, and the lady is so nice to me. She gave me this humongous bag of Dalmatians for $5, and I'm probably going to sell about $60 worth at our flea market booth. But these are the ones I decided to keep, and they're worth about $3 each, so that's $42 worth of 101 Dalmatian toys. Got a little teeny tiny strawberry shortcake set. It's worth about $17 in the box. I might already have one of those, I can't remember. And then I got a teeny tiny barbecue set, and it's super duper cute. It's worth about $17 as well. I got a Rugrats tote bag. It's worth about $5. I love the Rugrats. Then I got some Hot Wheels. These are worth about $2 or $3 each, except this one has the phone, little Fisher Price phone car. That's so cute. It's worth more like $5 or $6. So we're gonna say $13 for all those Hot Wheels. Next, I have some Christmas trees I'm going to put on display at the shop, and these are worth about $10 each. I did have them covered in pageant ornaments. Oh look, there's my helper Daisy, but I'm just going to put regular ornaments on them. This little Easter bunny I picked up at the Goodwill is worth about $5, and this Raising Cane's plush from 2026 is worth $35. He was $14.99 at the store, but he's already shot up in value on eBay. Got this cute little book full of stamps. I'm gonna use the stamps in a decoupage project, but the book alone is probably worth about $5. But that gives me another project to do. That's what I need, another project. Got this Coca-Cola bank at the Goodwill. I'm gonna fill up with Mardi Gras beads because I already have one. It's worth $10. Got this really cool figurine. It's a Florence Roberta figure. It was $10 at the thrift store, and I didn't want to pay that much, but I looked it up, and the cheapest ones on eBay are $125. She's very collectible, so I'm going to value her at $120. Got some grapes I'm going to put around the doors at the toy museum, worth about $4, and this Hair Adorables doll in the swimsuit is worth about $6. And then I got this Barbie Besties doll. She's worth about $20. I needed to spend a couple more dollars to get free shipping at Walmart, so I got that. Little sequin pumpkins worth about $2. And I usually don't just buy a ton of Hot Wheels, but Dollar Tree had these, and they were the full set, 1 through 5, and that whole set's worth about $20. And then they had a Monster High Hot Wheel that's worth about $8. I picked this up at the Goodwill. It's a Harrods shopping bag, and Harrods is over in England. We got to visit that place, and I probably paid no more than $1 for this. It's worth about $20. Saw this at Walmart. I was like, what the heck is Kelpo cereal? It's from SpongeBob. So that box is worth $8. The ornament stand's worth about $4, and this homemade Cabbage Patch-like doll is worth about $30. I got this 3-tier table at a garage sale worth about $15. There's your baby Daisy right there watching you guys. And then I got this mirrored table that I'm gonna redo, and it'll be worth about $150. Then on top of it, we've got a Paw Patrol transforming boat worth about $30. Went to Raising Cane's. They were giving these posters away free, and they're going for $40 on eBay everywhere, so I'd say mine's worth $30. Got some vintage trash cans. They're worth about $60 for the set. They're pretty cool. I didn't even know I had them. They were under a desk. And then I got this old sewing box. It's not worth a whole lot, but probably worth about $8, and I always pick those up because they're very 70s, and I really like those. All right, here's a bunch of toys I picked up at the Goodwill. This SpongeBob car, he's worth about $15, and I think he was like $3.99 at the Goodwill. And then I got a Jesus plush there. He's worth about $10. I'm always gonna pick up a Jesus plush. Got these mermaid dolls. I think they were $3. They're probably worth about $5 each. And then got a little Zero Nightmare Before Christmas ornament. He's worth about $7. And a For Real dinosaur is worth about $10. And this Stranger Things Demogorgon cereal box is worth $12. And I got this at a garage sale for $1. This little statue is worth about $20. Got a Barbie airplane at the thrift store for $1. It's worth about $20. But I ended up having to buy the pilot off eBay, and she cost me $10. This is from RuPaul's Drag Race, my guilty pleasure. This is Nymphia Wynn, the contestant that won the season 15, I believe. And she is worth about $325. She's very collectible. They did a white version of her face, so they recreated an Asian version that came with the box. This was my Valentine's gift. I got a Star Wars mini fridge, and this bad boy's worth $110. There's your girl Daisy watching me again. All right, I went to Ollie's, and they had these Young Jedi sets on sale for $1.99 each, so I couldn't pass them up. I don't think I have these, but if I do, I'm just going to take them out of the box and display them out of the box. And I figure all these are worth about $10 each, so I got 6 sets, so that's another $60 I can add to the total. Got a couple Bluey body washes. They're worth $5 each. Your girl is watching me. She's stalking me. And then I got the Slinky Dog from Toy Story at Goodwill, and it's worth about $15. Got this at the Goodwill bins. Probably costs like a dime. It weighs nothing. But it's a little dolphin. Probably worth about $12. Somebody paid $22 for that at one point. Got this Smurf phone grip worth about $8. And a mystery plush in the bag. I got the little mermaid cat worth about $12. And I got a Nightmare Before Christmas body wash bottle worth about $8. Got a Mario Kart Happy Meal toy still in the box worth $8. And some Smurfette and Rainbow Bright socks worth about $5 each. And we got this Olaf lip balm shaped like a diamond worth about $5. This was a great find at the Goodwill bins. I never get to go to the Goodwill bins because it's about 3 hours away, but it's called a yo-yo quilt and it's very detailed. I think I paid $2 for it. It's worth at least $150. And this Erica Darcy CoverGirl doll is worth $275, and that is what I paid for her off eBay because I had never seen an Erica doll, and I have some of the Darcy CoverGirl dolls for the toy museum, so I really wanted to add this, and I made a little money off eBay, so I spent it on eBay. Got this giant rose that's worth about $10, and some vintage garbage cans. That one's worth about $20. This one's worth about $5, made from the old magazines, and this one is worth a minimum of $180. It goes up to $280 even in this condition because a lot of them were worse than this. But I went walking in the neighborhood one day about 15 years ago and somebody threw it away and I took it home. Got this cool fountain I'm going to keep with all my cool rocks in it, and it's worth about $80. And then we've got this Christmas tree that was covered in all of our mermaid and seashell ornaments. It's got some really cute stuff. So I took all of them off so I could kind of videotape it because I do these videos also as an inventory for me to know what all I actually have. One of my friends made these little mermaid ornaments and they're worth at least $5 each, probably more than that because they're handmade. But I went in there and I added everything up and the little tree that was with it, and everything total came out to be about $205, which is pretty impressive. Whenever you get a lot of ornaments on a tree, you would just be surprised at how much that total will be. I don't actually know if I'm going to have room in the toy museum to put up all these Christmas trees because we have about a 5,000 square foot building and those trees take up a lot of space, especially the bigger ones. So someone suggested that I might hang up some Christmas garland around some of the ceilings in the toy museum, and then I could just like load them down with the ornaments, or I could sell them in the gift shop and make some money off of them. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. Right now, I'm just trying to value everything to kind of see what that grand total is and kind of maybe pat myself on the back a little bit that I collected all this stuff over the years and what it's actually worth. But I don't know if I'll sell it or keep it all until I'm old. I could always sell it and get some retirement money maybe. And here's what the tree looked like without the ornaments. All right, I got this big shell I got on vacation one year. It's probably worth about $5, and that shelf is worth about $20. A lot of miscellaneous stuff here. These were under the Christmas tree. They're little presents. They're probably worth $2 each, so that's another $10. I had a big collection of ink pens on my desk and that cool little pottery cup. And I guess all that stuff's probably worth about $20 at the most. But it's really cute stuff. Had this African American, or they call her Black Barbie, from 1980, little figure. She's worth about $12. I'll move her down so the sun glare is not so bad, but she's really cute. Got a couple pieces of pottery I'm going to keep from my old office. They're probably worth about $20 for the set. A little fake spilling bottle of liquid paper and Princess worth $2. These big paperweights that are from Las Vegas and Hollywood and the Detroit Zoo are worth about $5 each. My big crystal parrot I'm going to keep is worth about $20. The little crystal cat's worth about $15, and the porcupine's worth about $15 as well. Then I got an old Jitney Jungle Sack and Save mug worth about $5, and a Magnolia vase that was on my desk, probably worth at least $10. Got a RuPaul CD. I'm going to say it's worth $40, but it's going for $100 on eBay, which is crazy. I have a little Jesus Franklin Mint Ascending statue that's worth about $20, and a little rhinestone Happy Birthday headband worth about $3. When we went to Vegas, I got the souvenir Eiffel Tower from the Paris in Las Vegas, worth about $30. And then one of my friends bought me this little airplane clock. It's worth about $15. And this goes with that Barbie airplane. It's the pilot. I paid $10 for her to go with that plane, but she's probably worth about $8. And then I did see this over-the-moon Asian goddess doll online. I haven't seen the movie yet, but she was so great. I went on and got her, and she's worth about $85. Now I got to go watch the movie to see what it's all about. And there's your little friendly neighborhood stalker watching me. And I ran upstairs because I am going to take this to the toy museum as well. It's this huge Christmas gingerbread house. I think it'll be so cute at the toy museum. It's worth about $100. And when I came upstairs, Your friendly neighborhood stalker also came upstairs to see what I was doing. Also have a tote bag full of state banners with all 51 states. Hey, there's my girl Daisy with the 50 states and the District of Columbia, and they're worth at least $1 each, so that's $51. Got 2 RuPaul's pillows. They're worth about $15 each, so that's $30 more. Those were a Christmas gift to me one year. Got this cool Chinese tassel that you hang up. It brings you good luck. This is worth about $15. I'm going to take it to the toy museum as well. And let's see what else. I got a couple more things I'm taking to the toy museum. This girl's everywhere today. We've got our travel tree. I actually got a bigger tree, so I'm taking this tree to the toy museum. It's worth about $20. Here's your girl sniffing around, looking at everything. And we've got another bouquet of flowers with a scepter in it that we use at some of our pageants. That's worth about $20. I'm going to put that in the pageant room at the toy museum. And if you look in the background by my Jesus statue, you'll see a little green tree. I'm taking it with me too. It's worth about $15. I got this Jesus statue because I wanted a Jesus with his arms spread out that I could hug on when I have hard times and everything. But I'm not taking him to the toy museum. I'm scared people might break him. Well, this little guy is no Jesus, but he is available for Easter. He's our little mascot bunny to take pictures with for the toy museum. I paid $68 for him, but he's probably only worth $35. And then I picked up this mint green felt bunny decor at Walmart because I have a blue one, and it's probably worth about $10. And like I said, this video is just full of a little bit of everything. I'm trying to finish valuing the collection, and I found all these vintage ladies necklaces that I do want to keep, and all together when I add this up, it's worth about $45. And I went digging at the thrift store and found this edible arrangement teddy bear. He's worth about $8. And then I found one of the Tokidokis. This one is called a lemon berry slusha corno, worth $8. The baby shark's worth $4. And this cool little silver stripe ornament's worth about $12. I love Bridgerton, and I'm not planning on collecting the whole set of bag clips, but I did have to get the Queen Charlotte figure because she's my favorite, and she's worth about $10. And I'm trying to stay off Whatnot, but I did get one more order from my favorite seller, Gabby's Garage. I got this Paw Patrol Easter plush. He's worth about $6. I got a Target I voted Bullseye dog plush worth about $12. Then I got some normal TY Beanie Babies. They were in a whole lot. They were cheap. But I got 4 different ones, and they're worth about, I'd say, $4 each. Not a whole lot, but they're pretty cool. Got this Build-A-Bear Grinch plush that's really cool, and I'm going to value him at about $20, but he might be worth more than that. Got a little Monsters Incorporated art figure worth $10, and this really cool crocheted giraffe doll's worth about $10. Then here's one more pile of goodies I got at the thrift store. I got a pink fingerlings monkey worth about $6. I think this is a Pets Alive bird worth about $3. And then I got a Lala Loopsy parrot pet, probably worth about $5. And I got this rainbow high little monkey unicorn worth about $5. And all these little honeybee and woodsy characters are worth about $11. This little pile with a Shopkins ring is worth $3. The 2 Minecraft creepers are worth $8. And then I got this cool Pokemon Flame and Flight figure. He's worth about $12. Some people had him up to $20 and $30 on eBay, but I think he's worth about $12. Got a cool interactive Toy Story Bo Peep doll for $25, worth $25, and then a Black Adam figure worth about $6. And this Angelina Ballerina book's worth about $4. I found all that at the thrift store, and I got everything really cheap. A couple more things I found I'm going to take to the toy museum. I'm going to take this vase of shells worth about $15. And I just got this off eBay. I paid $125 for it, and that's what it's worth. It's a evening gown award from the Miss Louisiana Universe pageant in 1965. That's before they called it Miss Louisiana USA, so that's a piece of history. I got this reproduction Pizza Hut lamp that I'm going to hang in the flea market part of the toy museum. And I paid $250 for it, and that's what it's worth. And there's my baby Daisy always watching me. All right, I went to Walmart.com and saw they had made some Scooby-Doo retro figures. And I don't think they've come out with a whole set yet, but they've come out with Daphne and Velma. And these all are worth about $22 each. And then they came up with a whole set of the villains. And I started not to get this whole set because I really don't have the space to show them all individually. I'm going to have to kind of stack them up. But when I saw some of the sculptured faces of these villains, I had to have them because they were super cute and they just did a really good job recreating these. And the whole set they were offering included 9 characters. So I did get all 9, and they're worth about $22 each. So that's about $198 more dollars I can add to my overall grand total at the end of the video. And if they come out with the other characters like Fred and Shaggy and Scooby, I'm of course going to have to get those to finish out the set. And Lord knows I don't need any more toys, but sometimes I see these super cute toys they've come out with, and then that kid in me just comes back out where I want to get them and I want to collect them. So that's what I did. Now I'm going to show you this last one and then tell you I ended up going to this big church sale they have at the First Baptist Church here in Brandon, Mississippi. And this is what it looked like that morning. I got there at 5:45. I got up so early thinking I'd be one of the first ones in line. And I was like the 60th person in line. They had a lot of stuff outside you could look at before they opened the doors. I saw this cool double filing cabinet. It looked like it came from an old library. I really wanted it. It was only $10, but I didn't have any way to get it. It was too heavy. And look, this is what the line looked like right before they opened at 7. It was huge. When you got in, they really had it organized. You could drop your stuff off and they would hold it. This is the stuff I got that I'm keeping. A Minecraft lamp worth about $8, and a little honeybee van worth about $10. It was so busy in there, I really couldn't film. It was just too fast. I got this new and old vintage Little People lot worth about $15 for all of that. Then I got a Rainbow High Shadow doll. She's worth about $8. Then this little set of the second round of Disney 100s. They're probably worth about $4. Got this loose mermaid Barbie. It's worth about $5. And then a little Sky Dancer worth $5. And I did find the launcher that went with her. Got this little Victorian figure for 50 cents. It's worth about $10. That was a really good find there. And I got this vintage Barbie, still in her original outfit, worth about $8 with some extra clothes. And then a vintage Ken that's worth about $6. And he still had his shoes on. Those are hard to find. All right, got a small LOL doll. She's worth about $6. And then got a Minnie Mouse ornament worth about $5. This whole bag of Disney ornaments was only $1, believe it or not. The Little Mermaid ornament, she's worth $10. The C-3PO car ornament's worth about $6. Rex from Toy Story, he's worth about $6. And then Buzz Lightyear, that car is worth about $6. The BB-8 from Star Wars ornament's worth $6. And the Woody car is worth $6. The Russell ornament with the Disney hat from the Up movies worth at least $15, probably more than that. And then Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, she's worth about $5. This Betty Boop ornament is worth $10. And then they had a second Betty Boop ornament, also worth $10. Those are in a different bag. And then another Buzz Lightyear ornament worth $6. A Mickey and Minnie ornament from 2020 worth $15. And that Darth Vader Lego ornament worth $10. Then I just got this lot of miscellaneous ornaments that we'll say are worth about $8 for all of them. Probably a little bit more than that, but we'll say $8. Got this cool vintage clown bell worth $7. Aurora's cottage is worth $10. The little Stitch figure is worth about $3. Picked up this little Fisher Price Wrecker worth about $4, and a vintage Glow Pals line worth $15. A Pinky and the Brain toys worth about $3. And then I got these cool animated ornaments that you plug into your lights and they'll spin around and do different things. The whole bag was $4, and these are worth about $5 each, so about $15 total. All right, next up I got some Mardi Gras ornaments I'll put on my Mardi Gras Christmas tree. They're worth about $4 each. Got a little Wish doll that's worth about $6, and a Dukes of Hazzard sheriff car worth about $10. The old truck's worth $4. The Barbie car is worth $5. The bus is worth $3, and the little Wendy's car is worth about $4. And I got this large Stitch figure that's worth about $12. Then I got a whole lot of little Sesame Street figures. They came from Dollar Tree, so they're worth about $5 for that set. And then from the Raya movie, a music box worth about $12, and it still works. It was $1. Then from Raising Cane's, we got the little candy cane plush. He's worth about $15. Got a little Halloween spray worth about $2. And then I got this 1979 Knickerbocker Sunshine Bear from the Animals of Distinction line worth $20. Got this blow mold of pumpkins worth $6. And I also picked up this homemade sign for $10, and I'm gonna repaint it and make it really cute and put it out in the shop with different places and how many miles away they are, because I saw that at another store. So it'll be worth about $30 when I get through with it. This vintage red suitcase from Sears is so cool. It was $5 and it's worth about $20. Next up, I picked up a musical Elmo, and he was $1, and he's probably worth about $13. Then I got this little Happy Meal toy. It's a Spiderwick fairy worth $4. And then I got a vintage Build-A-Bear plush bear in a sweater worth about $10. I didn't even know he was Build-A-Bear when I picked him up. I just thought he was cute. I got this really cool older teddy bear in a yellow vest. He's worth about $15. Could be a little bit more than that, but I think it's about $15 for this particular bear. Now, I was looking for a tag, but I couldn't find anything on him, so I'll say $15. Then a couple more things I picked up, not at the garage sale, just at a store. I got the Shoney's Big Boy character. He's worth about $10. And then I got a Wonder Woman pop-up character worth about $15. I think I paid $4 each for these at a store called Walls. We were leaving a pageant, killing some time, and I found this cute stuff. I got a ramen noodle bowl. It's worth about $6. And I got this from eBay. It's an itty-bitty Bridgerton Queen Charlotte doll worth about $20. I'm addicted to that show. And the last thing I'll add to this video, we got 4 of those cool kid drink bottles with cool toppers that are so collectible, and they're worth about $12. Well, in our previous 499 videos of value on my toy collection, our total was $1,291,458. Now with this video, with all of our cool tons of miscellaneous toys, we can add another $5,012 to our overall grand total. So that means for episode 500 of Value in My Toy Collection, our new total is $1,296,470. Now, I always wanted to say I had $1 million toy collection, and I can finally do so. I'm not really rich though, I've just got a lot of toys. But I've been saving this stuff all my life, going to garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, toy stores, and looking online, and it's just accumulated to this big old total. Well, I was hoping I would get everything finished in this video since it was my 500th video, but I think I'm gonna have to do 2 or 3 more to finish up the collection, and then I'll officially be done and know exactly what this collection is worth. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying these videos. I like to just see what I have and what it's worth, and it's a great way to inventory the collection. I am also putting all these toys on our Facebook page, which is called the Toy Vault of Mississippi, if you want a closer look and a longer look. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please think about doing so, because it certainly helps us grow. So until our next video, we will see you then.